Hello everyone, in this video we are going to look at how to find inverse of a function. These are the key points we are going to use. The inverse function of a function f of x exists if and only if f of x is a one-to-one function. The domain of f inverse is always the same as the range of f. The range of f inverse is always same as the domain of f. F inverse of f of x equal to f of f inverse of x, which is equal to x. The first question is, the functions f and g are defined for all the real values of x by f of x equal to 3x minus 2 the whole square plus k, and g of x equal to 5x minus 1, where k is a constant. Given that the range of the function gf is g f of x greater than or equal to 39, find the value of k. So first let's find out what is g f of x is. Substitute f of x value in g of x. So g of x is 5x. So for x substitute f of x value, which is 3x minus 2 the whole square plus k minus 1. It's given this is greater than or equal to 39. Now take negative 1 to the other side. We get 3x minus 2 the whole square plus k multiplied by 5 is greater than or equal to 39 plus 1, 40. Now take 5 also to the other side, so it will go as a division, 40 divided by 5, which is 8. So 3x minus 2 the whole square plus k is greater than or equal to 8. This is in the completing the square format. So addition of these two terms is greater than or equal to 8. If you take the term 3x minus 2 as 0, then k will be equal to 8. So now let's take this term as 0. So this 0 plus k is greater than or equal to 8. So we will take k value as, this should be greater than or equal to 8. So k as 8. The next part of the question is, for this value of k, determine the range of the function fg. Now we need to find fg. What is fg? Substitute g in f. F of x is 3x minus 2. 3. For x, you substitute the g value, which is 5x minus 1. Plus k value is 8. So now let's simplify this. 15x minus 3 minus 2 the whole square plus 8, which is nothing but 15x minus 5 the whole square plus 8. Now this is a quadratic in completing the square format, and it's given x is a real number, so the range will be 8 for this. but we have to determine whether it is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Okay, so the range is 8 actually. So if you expand this expression and find the coefficient of x square, if the coefficient of x square is positive, then the range will be fg will be greater than or equal to 8. If the coefficient of x square is negative, then the range will be less than or equal to 8. I hope you remember. If the curve is like this, then a will be greater than 0. For this curve, a will be less than 0. Okay, so in this quadratic, the coefficient of x square is positive, so that means this one. Okay, so in this case the range will be fg of x will be greater than or equal to 8. Next part of the question is, the function h is defined for all real values of x and is such that g h of x equal to 35x plus 19. Find an expression for g inverse of x, and hence or otherwise find an expression for h of x. So the function given is g h of x equal to 35x plus 19. If you multiply both the side by g inverse, you will get h of x here equal to g inverse of 35x plus 19. So first let's find out what is g inverse is. We know g of x is 5x minus 1. So let's take this as y. Y is equal to 5x minus 1. Now exchange the variables. So you get x equal to 5y minus 1. Now make y as the subject. So 5y equal to x plus 1. So y is equal to x plus 1 divided by 5. This is g inverse of x is x plus 1 divided by 5. If g inverse of x is x plus 1 divided by 5, g inverse of 35x plus 19 will be is h of x equal to g inverse of 35x plus 19, which is equal to 35x plus 19 plus 1 divided by 5, which is equal to 7x plus 20 divided by 5 is 4. So h of x is 7x plus 4. The next question is, the function f is defined by f of x equal to 2 over x square plus 4 for x less than 0. The diagram shows the graph of y is equal to f of x. On this diagram, sketch the graph of y is equal to f inverse of x. Show any relevant mirror line. Sketch the graph of y is equal to f inverse of x. the graph of f inverse is nothing but the mirror image of the given curve reflected along the line y is equal to x. Now this is a mirror line, y is equal to x. Now we have to draw the reflection of this curve. Remember, to draw the reflection, if you take the values x comma y here it will be y comma x. Suppose say this point is 1 comma 7. So on the fourth quadrant it will be 7 comma 1. 7 will be the x value and 1 will be the y value. And roughly if you take this as 2 comma 4, here it will be 4 comma 2. Somewhere here, and this will be okay minus, this is minus 12 comma 4. So you will get a curve something like this. Find an expression for f inverse of x. F of x is given as 2 over x square plus 4. Take this function as y equal to 2 over x square plus 4. Now exchange the variables, so you get x equal to 2 over y square plus 4. Next we have to make y as the subject, so x minus 4 equal to 2 divided by y square, or we can write y square equal to 2 divided by x minus 4. So y is equal to plus or minus 2 over x minus 4. Now y takes 2 value, but it should take 1 value only. So we need to determine which one is the correct one. So the domain of f of x is less than 0. The domain of the function f is nothing but the range of f inverse of x. So the range of the f inverse of x should be less than 0. That means this y value should be less than 0. So we have to take y value as which satisfies less than 0 condition is y is equal to negative square root of 2 over x minus 4. Okay, now replace y by f inverse, so you get f inverse of x equal to negative square root of 2 over x minus 4. This is f inverse of x. Next C part of the question is solve the equation f of x equal to 4.5. So f of x is given as 2 divided by x square plus 4, which is equal to 4.5, or we can write 2 over x square equal to 4.5 minus 4, which is 0.5. X square equal to 2 divided by 0.5, which is equal to 4. So x equal to plus or minus 2. Here it's given x is less than 0. X equal to negative 2 only. The next part of the question is explain why the equation f inverse of x equal to f of x has no solution. So in this graph, this is f of x and this is f inverse of x. So f of x takes only the positive value, that is the y quadrant value, it's positive here, and for f inverse it takes only the negative value. So it will not intersect at any point, so it has no solution. The curves do not intersect, so it has no solution. F is defined as follows: f of x equal to square root of x minus 1 for x greater than 1. Find an expression for f inverse of x. So take y is equal to f of x, so y is equal to square root of x minus 1. Now exchange the variables, so x equal to square root of y minus 1. Now make y as the subject, so x plus 1 equal to square root of y. We can write this as y is equal to x plus 1 the whole square. So f inverse of x is, now replace y by f inverse of x. F inverse of x equal to x plus 1 the whole square. The big part of the question is the diagram shows the graph of y is equal to g of x, where g of x equal to 1 over x square plus 2. State the range of g and explain whether g inverse exists. Range of g. So x is a real number. When x equal to 0, we get the value as g of x is 1 over 2, and when x equal to infinity, then we get g value as 1 divided by infinity, that is 0. When x takes the value minus infinity, that time also it's 1 divided by infinity is 0. So the range of g is 0 less than or equal to g of x, which is less than or equal to 1 over 2. So the range is between 0 to 1 over 2, but it is not actually touching, so we can take this as greater than 0. So it's given explain whether g inverse exists. So let's check. So when x equal to 1, we get y as 1 over 3. When you give x value as negative 1, that time also you are getting y value as 1 over 3. So for two different input, you are getting the same output. So it is not a one-to-one function. So G inverse does not exist. G inverse does not exist because it is not a one-to-one function. The next part of the question is, the function h is defined by h of x equal to 1 over x square plus 2 for x greater than or equal to 0. Solve the equation h f of x equal to f of 25 over 16. Give your answer in the form a plus b multiplied by square root of c, where a, b and c are integers. So solve the equation h f of x. So let's find out what is h f of x. Substitute f of x in h. What is f of x? Square root of x minus 1. And it's given this is equal to f of 25 over 16, which is equal to 1. Square root of x minus 1 is f of x. Yes. (25 over 16 minus 1). So this is equal to 5 over 4 minus 1 divided by 1 over square root of x minus 1 the whole square plus 2. 5 over 4 minus 1 will be equal to 1 over 4. This can be written as 4 equal to square root of x minus 1 the whole square plus 2. Or we can write this as square root of x minus 1 the whole square equal to 4 minus 2, which is 2. Square root of x minus 1 equal to plus or minus square root of 2. So square root of x equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 2. So we need to find x. X equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 2 the whole square. So this can be written as 1 plus or minus 2 times square root of 2 plus square root of 2 the whole square will be 2. So 3 plus or minus 2 square root of 2 is x. Here x takes two values. Greater than or equal to 0 is for the function h of x, but we have to consider the function f of x. So for the function f of x x value is greater than 1. So we have to consider the value of x which is greater than 1. So here x equal to 3 plus 2 square root of 2 and x equal to 3 minus 2 square root of 2 are the two values of x. The first value 3 plus 2 square root of 2 is greater than 1. The next value is 3 minus 2 square root of 2 is not greater than 1. So we'll ignore this value. We will take the value of x as 3 plus 2 square root of 2. Since x is greater than 1, x equal to 3 plus 2 square root of 2. The question is, the function f is defined by f of x equal to 10 plus 6x minus x square. By completing the square, find the range of f. So first let's write this in the completing the square format. So minus, take commonly, x square minus 6x minus 10 minus x minus 6x can be written as x minus 3 the whole square minus 3 square. Already one negative 10 is there, so negative 10. Negative x minus 3 the whole square, negative 3 square minus 10 is a negative 19, multiplied by negative will be positive 19. So we need to find the range of f. This is a quadratic function in the completing the square format, so the range will be 19. Okay, we have to find out whether f of x is less than or equal to 19 or greater than or equal to 19. If the coefficient of x square is greater than 0, then the range will be f of x is greater than or equal to 19. If the coefficient of x square is less than 0, then the range f of x is less than or equal to 19. So in this case, the coefficient of x square is negative 1. So the range is f of x less than or equal to 19. The next part of the question is, the function g is defined by g of x equal to 4x plus k, where k is a constant. It is given that the graph of y is equal to g inverse of f of x meets the graph of y is equal to g of x at a single point P. Determine the coordinates of P. So we need to first find what is g inverse is. So g of x is 4x plus k. Let's take this as y. Now replace x by y and y by x. You get x equal to 4y plus k. Now make y as the subject. y is equal to x minus k and y is equal to x minus k divided by 4. Actually this is our g of x, g inverse of x, which is equal to x minus k divided by 4. Now we need to find g inverse of f of x. So we need to substitute f of x in G inverse of x. So f of x is 10 plus 6x minus x square, or we will take the completing the square format. So minus of x minus 3 the whole square plus 90. Minus x minus 3 the whole square plus 19 minus k divided by 4. And it's given this curve meets the graph of y is equal to g of x. So we can equate this with g of x. G of x equal to 4x plus k. These two curves meet. So G inverse of f of x equal to g of x. So minus of x minus 3 the whole square plus 19 minus k divided by 4 is equal to 4x plus k. So this can be written as, first let's expand the bracket, minus x square minus 6x plus 6x minus 9, that is minus 9 plus 19 minus k. The 4 can be taken to other side, so you get 16x plus 4k. Now bring all the term into one side. So you get minus x square plus 6x minus 9 plus 19 minus k minus 16x minus 4k equal to 0. Let's simplify this one. Minus x square minus 10x plus 10 minus 5k equal to 0. So it's given these two curves meet at a single point P. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Meets at single point. So b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So let's rearrange the equation as x square plus 10x minus 10 plus 5k equal to 0. Now b square is 10 square, that is 100 minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by minus 10 plus 5k equal to 0. So 100 plus 40 minus 20k equal to 0. So 20k equal to 140. So k is equal to 140 divided by 20, which is 7. So we need to find the point P, coordinates of point P. That is, we need to find the x and y value. To find x value, we will substitute k value in this equation. So x square plus 10x minus 10 plus 5 multiplied by 7 equal to 0. So x square plus 10x minus 10 plus 5 multiplied by 7 minus 10 plus 35, so plus 25 equal to 0. This can be written as x plus 5 the whole square. So x equal to minus 5. So then what is the y value? Y is equal to 4 multiplied by negative 5 plus 7, which is equal to negative 20 plus 7, so negative 13. So the coordinate of P is negative 5 comma negative 13.